We are rocking hard. Here we go. So I kind of pull this away, and oh, you gotta take a drink. I just said so. Oh, you take another drink. Right here, this thing seems to have a metal thing on top of it, or rubber. I don't know what the heck that is. Looks like it's just a spacer. It goes underneath it like that. All right. Interesting approach to design. Okay, so let's see what we have. Got a bolt there, and then 2 bolts down here for the pull start, and there's a bolt right here that holds. I see. This is all clipped onto this. It's grounded out to right here. All right. Interesting. And all right. There's a lot going on here. I don't know if I need to pull the pull start off to get that access to that. There's another bolt on this side over here. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's just pull those off first and see what we get. Again, this is a 1/2 inch. It's not a 1/2 inch. And that's not a 1/2 inch either. Alright, so let's see. My goal is to get to that. I need to get to here. You know, I'm trying to get to that. And I am unsure what is the best path. And I'm just going to pulling it apart and seeing what works best. Okay, so that's that. That happens to be the these are the others I took off. So it's the same, but those are really corroded. So we're going to have to clean those up a bit. Okay. Let's see. What do we have right here? Right here is another bolt. I gotta bring it down a little lower so you can see what I'm seeing. Well, I think it's funny, you know, working on these vehicles. 7/16 on this is like a 10mm on a Japanese vehicle. Yeah, I think this one's hard. The other one's even worse. I might even, I don't know, try to have a plan B. That one's like super corroded, the other side. And that's that little small friend of ours. It's got a washer on top with a serrated washer below. Alright, I think that's, I don't even know what it's called, but anyway, that's what's underneath it. Let's go take a look at the other side, see what we get. I don't know if you can see it, but right there, yeah, you should be able to see it now. Might have to switch to a shorter extension. Let's see. No, actually this side's, I thought this was going to be the harder side. I also thought it was much more corroded. I think a lot of things are wrong sometimes, so I think that's the joy of being right and wrong. Or should I say the joys of being wrong? Anyway, here we go. So that's that. So we have, this is almost, there's nothing else holding it onto it. I do have something that's holding something on. The starter motor. This is kind of grabbing it right there. And yeah, what I need to do is pull the starter off. So the starter has, I'm gonna use this to point. It's got one, I don't know if I can even get any lower. Sorry, it's as low as I can get, people. Well, I can, but I don't want to go any lower physically. All right, there's a bolt here. There's a bolt here, and there's another bolt right over here, up top. Now, someone else has been here working on this before, because those people didn't put the bolt back. See it right there? Can you see that? I don't know. You can't see anything. Great. How about that? How about that? Yes, there you go. Okay. Right here, there's a bolt that's missing, so I'm not sure what they were doing, but all I know, they didn't do a good job. So here we go. So I want to show you those bolts. See them right there? There's one right there, and the other is right there. So those two I'm going to pull off. The camera doesn't get low enough on the tripod. I don't really want to hold it and do it, but you get what I'm doing. You can see what I'm setting up, and I'll put you back in the tripod. This might not be the worst angle in the world, but you get it. So this, you gotta take a drink. 3/8 is what I am gonna use to pull this off. Noticing right here that this whole housing is extremely greasy and wet. Oh man, what are we in for? I don't know. We'll find out, won't we? Okay, that's that. Looks like this. Oops, it's definitely getting looser. Things are just, all right, great. Okay, so I don't need to pull that all the way off. I'm gonna leave that screw in there, that bolt in there. Okay, great, so the starter's out of the way. I think we should have some more clearance. Let's see what we can do. We'll take a look here. So we have this here. The line goes through there. It looks like it wants to come off, right? All right, it wants to come off. Bottom's loose, but something up top here is holding it on. And I don't know what that is right now. It's definitely right around here. There's something here that's holding it on. So give me a second. I'm gonna dig around for a little bit, see what's holding it. Looky here, what I found. Can you see that bolt right there? That's a bolt, and then there's a screw that holds the electric start onto it. So I gotta get this screw off of here. Maybe the other one's too on top. Might be holding it down too, I don't know. And then I'll be able to pull that off and I should get that off. All right, cool, I think that's it. Since those haven't been touched in a while, I'm gonna spray them a little bit and let it sit. All right, and I'll be back. Just let that sit for a little. Hopefully it'll be just enough. It's gonna get underneath there too. Just enough to get up. lubricate it so I can pull it off a little easier than fighting with it. Okay, so that's the plan. So I let that sit for a little. I'm going to now just try to unscrew them. See how that goes. So this is a flathead on this side. Okay. So far, no incident. No incident here either. Yeah, that's good. It's definitely the way to go. As you can see instantly they're put some light on for you. Nope, that's not a long screw at all. Not one bit. Alright, good. So these two are really long screws. I don't know what held that in. Now, it's going to move this out of the way. So that's our electric start. Got to pull that off. I think that bolt there is a let me see. What do you think? I think that's a 7/16. Looks like that to me. Could be wrong, but wouldn't be the first time. That's what the girlfriend used to say to me once when I had a girlfriend. Maybe that's why she left. All right, let's see. 1/2 inch? Yeah, it's 1/2 inch. Yeah, that's the other super long bolt that holds this on. This is the moment of reckoning, ladies and gentlemen. I think we have gotten this free. Yeah, totally. All right. Yes, that is. Oh, we did it. All right, great. Let's take a look. Okay, so here we go. This is what we want to get access to. This hose right here has seen better days, and that just goes around the back. I'm just talking with you. Oh, wait! I don't think you can see anything. Sorry. Let's try this again. Back up somewhere. Okay, so we got it off again. This hose here, I said I think it's seen better days. I want to kind of like push this out and put it back on. But anyway, it goes around and down like this. And the fuel line, right, let's push that back through, goes through that little hole right there. Around and around and comes around right there. And that's the main reason why we're pulling this apart. So let's continue down the road. I'm going to take this off. It's one of those, they're like pressure clamps, I guess. Let's put that there. And this should be free now. Before I pull it off, let me just show you what it looks like back here. Right back here is a fuel line. Here's the flywheel right here. I just want to get this out of the way like that. So it just kind of snakes behind that like this. There you go. So this line needs to be replaced. I'm going to wash out the actual gas container also. Alright, so pull it off, get rid of this line, replace it, clean out this container and continue from there. I really want to show you the condition of this hose. You can see it right here, just basically like splitting, you know? And the whole hose, the entire hose is dry rotted. So this would be a big improvement when it comes to making sure it's good. I don't see a fuel filter. Kind of curious. Maybe it's inside of here. I don't know if this thing has a fuel filter. It should. All right. I need to get that clip off. And I'm just going to squeeze it off with this little friend. All right. We are good to go. I'll get that off. Save these. I really like those things a lot. Hands down my favorite clips to work with. I just need to find the other one. Okay, there we go. Keep them together. We're gonna get a piece of hose that looks about that length, and see what's happening here. Like I said, the container is amazing. It's pretty clean. I do see, you can't see it. I don't know, maybe I'll try to see if I can. I get you to see it. Can you see that filter? I'll take the light off. Put it in my hand. If I can get it off. Can you see that right there? It's right on an angle right around there. No, yes, almost. Come on. It's like way back there. It's a little bit of filter, but it's right here. So if you can kind of do there it is. No, that's not it. Damn you. How about something like that? Well, go ahead and take my word for it. How about that? I am trying to be as detailed as possible. That's the best I can do. But it is there, and it seems to be something that I don't really have access to easily. So, sorry. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to just wash this container out. And to do that, I'm going to use just spray a little carburetor cleaner, shake it around a little, and dump it out. Can't really show you that because I ran out of daylight, and I'm going to do it outside. Now I want to continue and get this primer tube out of here, so you can see it. It has, this bulb has these little clips you kind of push through. I don't really know if I need to pull it out or not, but this hose here I've seen better days. It's not the worst thing in the world. The gas line was really what was the issue, you know. But I do have it, and I would like to try to continue to see if we can get it out of there and see what I can come up with. You know? Just to get it done right. But I'm not really sure if... I'm probably in your way. Let me try another angle. Anyway, what I'm trying to do is figure out whether or not I should squeeze it down and push those tabs out, and then pull the primer bulb out. And then I'm not really sure if this hose, if I even need to do that, because this hose, it could just sit. It feels like, yeah, it just sits like right on top of it, you know. So just pull. Yep, that's it. I don't need to pull it out. Okay, great. So there you go. I'm going to take that hose, replace that hose also. It just sits right on top of that, right there. You can see it. Cool? All right, great. I want to try to get this as close as possible to the same length. And what I'm going to do is just line this up with this. Give myself a little extra room to work with here. Maybe like that much. Can always adjust later. Okay. That is our new hose for the primer. It's extra. Doesn't look like it's useful, but whatever. And then we have fuel line here. Not sure how easy that's going to cut. But boy, that fuel line does look a lot beefier. Let me give myself a little extra room on that one also, so I'll do like that much. Good. All right. So it's just a little extra. Give me a little extra room to move around. And that's going to be the, that's the old line, sorry. This is the new line. And those are the ones we're going to replace. So let's go ahead and do that right now. There's the primer bowl. Let's see, get that on there. Looks good. Come on. All the way. We can do it. All the way. All the way. All the way. All the way. Okay, great. That is on all the way. Next. I'm not going to do too much of a close-up on this because you kind of know what's happening. It's very complicated what's going on right now. I need to get this on the gas tank. Okay, good. So that's going to work. I need to get these clamps on first, actually. So. I might not need the light. Yeah. Slide that through, like that. Okay. And then now you probably need the light, or not. I'm just working it to get it as far on as possible. And that looks pretty damn good. Okay. Once that's on, I'm just going to slide that clamp forwards. Oh, buddy. That's good. Now, remember this went around like that, and this hose, this line went back here. It went keep it away from the flywheel. Through here. It's under here. I think that's what it was. It's like under something. That's what I remember. Maybe I should have done that first. What do you think? I don't know. Might be getting in your way. Sorry about that, people. Through here, behind here, and yeah, that's good. So definitely did come through. I need to get past the. I'll show what I mean. I feel like you're the overlord from that angle. Look at me. All right. Again, it came through that hole. I fed it behind the flywheel here, and what I did notice was I pulled it out so you can see. Now I can't get it back. Isn't that just life right there? So it feeds back there behind that, right? Alright, there you go. Alright. It is right here. And I believe, get a little help. Give it a little help. Needs to know where to go. A little direction in life. There you go. He said college doesn't help. Alright. And with that there, now what we can do is that's going to be an issue. Just don't remember how that came from. Oh well. There you go. I got you set up a little wide angle. Not too bad, but I'm just going to put everything back together now. to reverse stage people. So. The last thing left to do is, let me see how I can pull these handles off. Get rid of this corrosion that's happening over here. Shoot, rats. Why didn't you tell me? I gotta put that on first. Oh my god. Maybe we'll leave that one on and just spin this around. Yeah, like that. Then should be able to get that on there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take this off. Oh well. It's a long day, people. Getting tired. Gotta get that lined up in there. Not as easy as you think. Get the bottom in. Ah, there it is. Ooh, yes. And this is why I wish I had a workbench or a garage. This stuff is not good on the back. Alright. That's it. Let's see. Turn it. That turns the flywheel. Okay. Put one of these boogers in first here. What I really should do is take these bolts and clean them off with a wire wheel. Yeah, I think that's really what I should do. Yeah, let's go do that. Nice. That one's fine. The others are not so pretty. Okay. So this process works really well. Put that in there. Not too tight, just enough to hold it. Get your glasses. The wire wheel trick really worked well, getting that rust off. What I'm going to do this time to try to help minimize future rust, because I'm not replacing the bolts, I'm going to put a little grease around the bolts, and that should help slow down the corrosion that's happening. I think it's just, moisture just gets in there, you know. It is a snow blower and it's dealing with snow, so I'm going to just coat these bolts with grease. I'm going to take that one back out, and that was the least corroded of them. Doesn't seem to be too much in harm's way. I assume because of the it's up so high. Yeah, that's what I think. So not a lot of moisture to get to it, but. That is a 1/2 inch, in case you were wondering. Then we need to put the electric start top of this. That was where we were. Where we have to go back to. Even these are a little corroded. I'm gonna go ahead and give these a little grease also. Just try to minimize future corrosion. Awkward. Go. Line this up with that. That's good. Line the other one up. Alright. I got those hands started. They feel pretty good to me. Nice. All right. Okay, so the side over here, we have shit fuel line. Okay, good. Interesting. What do we do next? So many choices. I'm not really confused about this. The corrosion mark right here matches this corrosion mark, and it sits inside of the groove to hold that up. So that's where that's from. Turn that around. So something like that. You know what happened? I don't think this was actually connected. Remember if there was a screw that was missing? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. There's a screw missing on the starter. Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. What do you think? Starter had 1, 2, no, all right, yeah, it was missing right there. This looks like that. This. There's those little things right there. This goes in here like that. Alright, I think that's about right. What we need to do is, I think this just was like dangling. It was just, I think it just fell down because there's no screw there holding it. Like I said, I don't really have another screw I can use. So we're gonna have to leave this one off for now. I'll come back to it after I return it. I'll just swing by and add that to it. Okay. Yeah, let us take the Okay, this goes just like that. This goes like, okay, great, got it. I'm going to rub some grease on this, you can tell. And you know, I'm gonna hit it with a wire wheel. And then, yeah, let's go do that. I'm going to grease this side here. I noticed that this thing has just a lot of general rust on this. These are also rusty. If I were to do this properly, what I would do is do like a dip to like get rid of the rust. But what we're going to do, we're just going to try to slow it down for now. We'll get back to it at another time. Different project, different time. I'm going to go a little bit further with it, you know. But for now, put some grease on this also. Well, you know what? It doesn't really matter because it's going to get the grease from the other side when I put it in. You'll see what I mean. And all I'm doing is just trying to slow down. Sorry, this will totally stop rust from happening, but there's already rust there, so I'm not really sure corrosion, sorry. And this I'm going to cake with some grease, because this just looks like a prime candidate for lots and lots of corrosion. And because I took a little coating on top, I think it's even more exposed. And what I want to do is just minimize any additional corrosion. I'm going to do the same for that, so that's going to be fun. It's going to be a long day. Such a long day. What do you think? We just pull those off and then clear coat it? Think that'll work? The sand off, the corrosion off, and then clear coat it. Yeah, that's the way to go. It's a little extra, the extra stuff feels nice to clients. We'll see. All I care about is this damn thing starting again. That's what I really care about. Did I coat these bolts? I'm just realizing I might not have placed any grease on these. I did, but put a little bit more. Well, I don't know if I did actually. Well, thanks for letting me know, people. Leaving me hanging. Definitely do not think end grease-free, the other one greasy. That's on. Alrighty, let's see. That's connected. There's a screw. That's not wind up now. Why is that? Oh, because this moves. Gotcha. This starter has little teeth right here. These teeth line up with the flywheel. So it's got, yep. Those are lined up, and this bolt right here goes under. You know, since this starter gets so much load on the on these bolts, I really need to go get. I need to get that other bolt for up top here. You use this thing too much, it'll totally like. Let's see if I can get this in. It'll totally vibrate itself loose, you know, and also cause like it to not properly connect with the flywheel, which will wear it away. You know, it's like it's so preventable, so why not just prevent it, right? And so I see it. So what I'll do, I'll probably take this, I don't even know why I'm putting it on, so I'll probably just take it off and go get a, look at the thread information. Yeah, you know, let me just try to get it started. How about that? I just want to get that far. If I get it started, I'll be happy, and then I'll just take this bolt off and go get another one. Night's young. What are you doing on a Friday night? Fixing a sexy snowblower. Okay, that's good. All right. Now you see right here, I don't know if you can see it. There's like the stars right here. I was trying to figure out where the hell those bolts go, and then sure enough, I could see it because it has those stars on there. But it looks like the cover is a little off, so I might be fighting with this, trying to get this thing into alignment. Oh, that sucks. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the starter off again so I can have some room to like push and stuff. You know? Yeah. Okay, so that's what I'll do. I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to actually get the bolt measurement when it's off right now, and I'll show you how to do that. All right, cool. Wrong size, wrong size. See, these are the, can you see that? Right there? Those are the teeth. They need to line up with the flywheel. Right there. And this is a bolt that's missing, so. I don't really know what the thread in it is. I don't know. I might want to leave that one alone for now. For now. Turns that. This is basically why I left both of those on. Okay. Isn't it easier to get it lined up? Not having a fight with it. Okay, that one's on. This one's not. Yeah, definitely cross-thread in that. Can feel it when it goes on smooth by hand. You're not cross-threading. When it's rough, you can feel it. You only got to cross-thread once in life on something really important, and then you're like, never again, never. Again, these are 3/8, just to let you know. So 3/8. Okay. The light is so much better now, isn't it? I just realized one of my bulbs was out. Lame. Okay, I think this is the last bolt to attach. It feels a little funky. Well, I don't mean funky, I mean like, I don't like the alignment on this. Okay. Let me take it out so it'll force it. Just screw it in without that there. See how that goes. Okay, that's good. I was just making sure that the threads are not being cross-threaded. I don't know if you can tell, I'm really paranoid about that. What it can do also is put some PB Blast on the bolt itself. That helps it go in a lot smoother. You can feel it a lot better. So put this back on. It's a little tricky because I gotta get a different angle on this here. Ooh. Why such a fight? Don't you want to go back? And the answer is no. I do not want to go back. Alright. Okay, now we got you. Alright. I just about zapped all my energy. Trying to get that back. I think this is a 1/2 inch. Kind of do it by hand still a little bit more. Yeah, no, I don't like that. That doesn't feel like that's going in good. Like I said. Okay, let's try to do that again without all that stuff. Feels good. See, it's supposed to be like that. And I am having some difficulties getting that. Onto there. Okay, that feels good. You just kind of know when you're cross-threaded or about to. It's important that you learn that as soon as possible as a mechanic because you really screw over your projects, yourself and your clients. Hopefully you'll have more than one. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, this is getting there. We got a carburetor I want to stick on there now. All right. Before I do that, I want to give you. I'm gonna get a photo of that super weird, hard to see. Spring. Oh yeah, right here. Can you see that? That's what I was struggling with. So that spring wraps down and pushes against that right there. I'm gonna give you a photo of it so that way you can archive it. I'm a little alarmed by something. So I noticed that it was kind of wet, like all right here. It's kind of wet, like right there. And I'm just so confused as to like why that would be. And it's making me want to pull this off and see what's happening right behind this. You know? It feels a little strange to me. And I don't, it's not fuel because it's too greasy, like, you know, and I have a feeling that it's leaking oil from right here, you know. All right, yeah, I think we should do that. I hate to have to pull more stuff apart, but yeah, I think we should do that. I think this is leaking fuel from right here. Only because it starts right there. Okay, yeah, let's pull that apart and see what we get. I think that these might be the harder ones. I'm gonna go ahead and spray them with PB Blast. Let's put the ones in the back also. They look pretty wet to me, but whatever. And then I believe those are the only things holding that onto the onto the actual cylinder head. Yeah. I don't know. What do you think? Think I can unscrew it right away? Probably not. No? Yes? Who's taking bets? I'm gonna say yes. Pretty wide Phillips. Let's see if I can get in there. Yeah, that actually turned pretty easily. Okay, probably did not need to spray it, but either way, it's done. And then I gotta get those two off there. You know, I think that those. Let's see if we can get a screw. Can work on that. Make sure I finish taking that out. I don't think you saw anything. Why didn't you say something? Did you see me do that at least? Alright. So that's that. Nice. That's great. At least it's not a car. I held there for hours trying to find that. Okay. And that's what they look like. So we have two of those. Yeah? Yeah, that's what I was trying to show you. Christ. That. Two of those. Alright, so here we go. These are 5/16. There's two of them. Oh yeah. I have a feeling that gasket is definitely had a problem. Okay. Come on. Alright, that's one. pretty small. You can see. Sorry. Okay. All right, there's 2 of those. This should just come right off. Yeah. It sure does. Okay. Now I see. There is a gasket up top that definitely. I don't know if you can see it. Hold on. Bring you in. A little closer. Right there. Can you see that gasket right there? So that's broken off. Little parts of it stuck onto that right there. So that's not good. And I think oil is coming out of this onto this. That's what I think's happening. And then it's leaking down. See that black stuff there? I think that's burning off. That's burning off. So I think it's happening there. This, I wonder if that's the air filter. I don't know, but that's the problem. I think that gasket's shot, and it's causing oil to come out of the motor. It just drips down. So we got to get a gasket for that. Great. I think I want to get that out of the way so I get access to the to that gasket over there. And to do that, it looks like there is a probably, I think it's a 1/2 inch. No, it's too big. 7/16. Yeah, it's a 7/16 bolt right here. No, actually, I don't think you can even see it. 1 second. So this is a 7/16. Yeah. Not really sure how many things are holding this one. Okay, so it's all those little tiny ones with that washer. So that's that. That doesn't come off easily. So maybe these screws right here actually hold it on also. I believe that might be it. I have 2 really nice and brand new looking screws I want to take off. I think those are the ones that are keeping this from keeping me from getting access to this right here. Can't seem to think of anything else in the way. Yeah. They're not. Yeah, they're screws. I can't even get a socket on there. Let's see if we can take that off. If I can't, I won't worry about it. They're definitely on the wider side. And we already have that. Oh my god, it actually works. What about this one? Don't get too happy. Yeah, that worked too. Whoa. Amazing people. Now, this thing has not been pulled apart in this manner. At least to my knowledge. You can look at it and tell. Okay. Yeah. And when they like some long bolts. Oh my. Okay, good. I'm gonna leave that like that. I'm gonna go ahead and wire wheel this off. Get this all beautiful again. Okay. There we go. So what we have here are two gaskets. Yeah. And wow, that one's really dirty. It's burned a lot. All right, great. I did that so I can just get access to air and clean it a little bit more, but since I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and get some gaskets done for that.
We had something really interesting happening here. So this is a part of the exhaust. You can see it right here, how dark it is. This is reflective of oil burning off, and I think that's because this gasket here had failed, and it just let a lot of oil in, and then it started to burn it off, and then that's the outcome of that. It's one theory, I think, or this is typical exhaust as it needs to travel through to the end result of like combustion. What I'm seeing is probably a. So I take it back. I don't think it's actually oil that's probably being burnt. I have a feeling that just this exhaust was creating a bit of a leak, and that would be just the aftermath of it, which is the exhaust coming out earlier versus the actual accident of the muffler. So what we're going to do now, I need to clean this surface off. I want to use something softer than aluminum, so I'm using this plastic scraper here to get this off, because I need to position this in a way that I can try to get it as flat as possible to make a gasket out of it. This looks pretty hard right there, so I'm going to try to spray something on that to soften it up, probably a little lubricant. I kind of need this to sit a little bit more in some liquid, so I took this can here, and I'm going to spray some brake parts cleaner in there. I need to elevate this, so, like that. Okay. Stuff evaporates pretty quickly. I'm just trying to let it sit in that for a little bit. Once that sit and absorbs, I think it'll be easier to scrape it off. So what I decided to do, yeah, you can see that. That's the muffler. Muffler's pretty rusty. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I don't know if it's like minutes or hours away from getting a hole in it. I'm gonna have to try to get some rust off. This is a little challenging to remove the hard-on gasket there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna dip this in the ultrasonic cleaner, give it a nice bath, and then proceed from there. Right, so you've seen me use it before. You don't need to see me use it again. You get the idea. I want to share with you something that's kind of important. When you notice when I cleaned the some bolts off earlier, I used my wire wheel. Now I don't want to hurt the threads of the actual bolt. So what I did, I went in a circular pattern. I didn't go up and down with the wire wheel. That's really important because that can ruin the threads. So be very careful when you do this, so you don't ruin the threads. I also take extra level of precaution. I don't really clamp this down too hard. There are inserts you can buy for that to make that a little less potentially harming to your metal pieces or fragile pieces. I don't have one, right? So what I do, I usually clamp something in between, not too hard. Right? I'm just going to wire wheel off the top of that. And I'm going to go in a circular pattern because I don't want to damage any threads. Fit your glasses. I personally am going to use my respirator and my glasses because I don't like particulates. They inhale them. So. Gotta get the order right.
want to get the rest of this gasket off. It's kind of hard, stuck on there, you know, and that is going to be a bit of an issue. So I'm not really sure what's the best way to approach it. This one also is pretty caked on there. I thought about maybe going a route of brake parts cleaner, but that didn't seem to really work. So I think maybe I'll just lubricate it, let it sit for a little, see if I can scrape it off. I don't want to ruin the maiden surface here, so that's one of the reasons why I don't want to use anything sharp, you know. In general, aluminum gets marred up. It might not be that important just because of the kind of things that it's trying to like there's no chemicals that's like flowing through here, you know, it's just some hot air. So I'm not really sure what to do, how concerned I should be. But anyway, I'm cautious as always because that's just how I am. I'm going to spray some more. Try to get more of it off. And if the lubrication doesn't work, I'll try the brake parts cleaner. If that doesn't work, then I will go do something I don't want to do, which is a razor blade. Anyway, okay, you got it. So you try to avoid all the sharp objects, metal objects against the aluminum because it causes the surface to be marred, and then that ultimately affects the effectiveness of the gaskets. I'm going to give it one more try without the razor blade. See how much softer that is. So I sprayed it a bit, let it sit, and yeah, these things are not coming off. All right, so I'm gonna use a razor blade. Try to do it in one pass, just to see if I can. I don't want to scratch the surface, so I'm not gonna go back and forth. Like that. I hate those multiple slides like that. I really don't want to get it in one pass. The perfectionist in me is killing me. Alright, let's see what this side. This one is a lot better with the lubricant than the other. So that came out pretty well. That side's nice. This side has a little lumpiness going on right here. I'm gonna spray this some more and let it sit. There's a really caustic thing called gasket remover. I've used it before. If you watch the Subaru video, I redid the oil pan. If everything goes well, I'll put a video right above here so you can see it somewhere. I'll link it to the description below. I used that to remove a liquid gasket, and that thing works really well. But for a gasket to seal properly, these surfaces need to be very clean, so the more stuff I can remove from the surface of this, the better. Alright, so I don't want to keep scratching it, so I'm going to go ahead and spray it some more, see if I can make it a little softer, and then I'll try to remove it. Okay?